Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to pass along a little something I do in Dark Souls to unlock all of the trainers even when I'm running a melee build where I don't have near the magic and faith requirements to deal with them. One of them requires a minimum of 20 of each, okay? And so this is how I do it. All right, first it's going to require having 2 soul vessels, okay? The first and the easiest one to get here is down in the basement of the House of Majula. Once you've unlocked it, you get down here. Okay, the guy that has the key is in a cave at the Cardinal Tower. All right, and you'll find a skeleton. Each new game plus you play, there'll be an extra skeleton down here, I believe. They all drop human effigies, by the way. But get in here, all right? In this ornate chest, there will be a soul vessel. Now, if there's not, if you get a divine blessing, as soon as you pick up your divine blessing, quit out, all right, and then reload your character right there, and that chest will be closed again. And it's kind of like getting a bonus, and you'll get your soul vessel. I don't know if that works in reverse. If you get a soul vessel the first time, maybe you can quit out, save, and come back, and the chest will be unlocked again. I really don't know. Never really gone back to look. But the second soul vessel that I come across is here in the Lost Bastille. There is a Pharos Lockstone contraption down here. We're close to this secret door that you unlock by blowing up the barrels next to it. There's the Archdrake robes and stuff. Actually, a decent piece of armor. Okay, and come back here. That Pharos Lockstone is right there on the right. A few of these guys, plus a bunch of other random chests. Quite a bit of loot in this room. You get your first twin blade and some other random stuff. All right. And the Pharos Lockstone will also unlock a shortcut to get back to the upper level of this tower. This side of the tower map. All right. Or Bastille map, whatever you want to call it. Okay, now me playing a bandit here, I believe I start with, what is it? All right, Intelligence 1, Faith of 8. Okay, the minimum requirements for one of those teachers is 20 and 20. For him to give you a full set of armor and a magic staff catalyst, whatever you want to call it, okay? And I believe that catalyst is also an item required much later in the game by this assassin guy that you meet. Shortly after you meet Lucitir of Marat. Guys, I seriously struggle with her name. But the last time you meet her, that area you go in and if you followed out her story, you'll actually even fight her brother, okay? Then you go a little farther off in there, and there's this assassin guy that wants you to release him. If you don't, he'll send you on some assassination missions, similar to a guy in Demon Souls, okay? And he requests an item from all of your targets, all right? And one of those items is the staff that this guy gives you along with the Hexer set. I happen to really like the hood. It has great magic defense stats, and it weighs almost nothing, okay? So it's... I'm a big fan of it. And the armor rating isn't bad for a headpiece. I mean, it doesn't suck. It's a great piece of gear for me. And it looks cool, and that's probably more important than anything else, right? Okay, so I give him my first soul vessel, and I come in here. I didn't need to be quite this high of a level here. I could have done this a little earlier, but I'm just now getting around to it. But I want to make sure I can not only get my intelligence and faith up to 20. Now, obviously, if you're a Hexer build or a magic build already, this is totally irrelevant to you. But for you melee guys... Okay, get that up to 20, and try to make sure you have a few points left over so you can carry a weapon. All right, because we're going to have to fight through one area to get to one of the teachers, and once you've talked to him, he will make his way to Majula. All right, and he'll be not too far from the bonfire on the way up to where that guy that helps you join the Covenant by that lookout point, where it shows you how many people have died in the game. Okay, he'll be standing just off to the left on the way up there, not too far from the Pyromancer chick, who I think is his student or something. They all have related stories. But anyway, so I respec, okay, and I've got enough stats, luckily, to not only power stance my swords, but to also use my bow still. So that's going to make this really just easy as pie. Okay, now the first place I'm going to go, it doesn't really matter which order you do this in, but I'll go ahead and get this guy out of the way, is back to the servants' quarters in the Lost Bastille. Get up here and fight your way upstairs, and one of the trainers is going to be frozen in front of a bonfire. It's, the only way you can get to that bonfire, all right? And that bonfire will also be a travel point to come deal with this guy later. The key thing to this guy is he trades you weapons and spells for the Lord Souls that you find. Okay, the major boss souls. and any of you interested in the various items he sells. And plus, if you're going for the trophy for, spells, miracles, hexes, and all that stuff, he sells a few of each, if I remember right. And they will be available to you once you've obtained the boss soul, all right? Now, you're going to have to unlock them again in New Game Plus. But so some of you guys that really aren't concerned with anything but just getting that stuff might want to wait till New Game Plus to do this. Or even New Game Plus Plus, which is what it's going to take to get the Wrath of God and the Chaos Fireball. Those only become available to buy unless you've earned them through the Blue Covenant and the Blood Covenant. Okay, you can earn those spells by getting so many victories, but it's several hundred. And unless you're just a PvP player who's just winning nine times out of 10, that can be pretty tedious. And even then, if you're winning all the time, it's still going to take a while. I think you need 250 unanswered victories, which means victories above losses. So if you have 100 losses, it's going to require you to win 350 times, just for example, type of thing. Okay, so, for those of you who, even if you're in one of those covenants, if you don't want to go through all that, you'll have to wait till New Game Plus to get to the Duke's Castle at the end of the game to get the last spell or two. Anyway, regardless of when you're doing this is what I do. I take that soul vessel and I respec, all right, and I get the stats I'm going to need for the highest level trainer, which is the Hex guy, and that covers the rest of these guys too. Now, Strayed, this dude right here, will always be here. He'll never leave, and each time you warp to this bonfire, he's going to be standing just outside the cell, so you're going to have to fight all those zombies each time you come back to mess with him. But he does trade weapons and spells for souls, and he has a bunch of stuff to sell too. He's a pretty big merchant. And he teaches you a gesture. All right, forgot about that. Okay, so having dealt with him, go ahead and fast travel out of here. And my next stop, I want to go to No Man's Wharf. All right, and this is the one where you're going to have to fight all the way out to the end of the docks. He's on the dock next to the one where the ghost ship arrives at. Okay, so I'll need to fight my way out there. I won't drag you guys through this whole thing. The path is pretty self-explanatory. It's basically the same path you'd have to travel to get to the ghost ship, but if you've done that already, then this won't be an issue. The way will pretty much be clear. You'll just have a few random enemies in between you and there. I'm also going to grab, if you see that piece of loot sitting up just to the right center of the screen, way back there, I still never grabbed that. I don't remember exactly what it is either. I want to say it's like a soul, a large soul of some kind, like a soul of a proud knight or something. But whatever it is, it's mine. All right, then you get down here to the last dock, and instead of heading out to the ghost ship, cut your way back in and head up here. There's a contraption right here, too, for you guys who've ever sat there and tried to mess with it. It looks like it's something that you should be able to activate to maybe pull something up out of the water or something. I've never been able to get it to work. I've always wondered if there was some secret to it, or you had to do something in particular in-game. If one of you guys knows that if you can use that contraption there, let me know. I'm really actually curious. I mean, I guess I could go Google it, but I'd rather talk to you guys about it. All right? And then the last one, you go here to the Huntsman's Copse, to the Undead Refuge or whatever it's called. Anyway, it's that tent right there, and he's conveniently sitting right next to it. Okay? Now, first he'll open up as a merchant because you've met the minimum stats of 20 and 20 in Faith and Intelligence. All right? So you can buy what you want from him. He doesn't have a whole lot to sell, but he has some hexes and stuff, all right? And then if you go through your dialogue with him, he gives you a full set of the armor and the Sunset Staff. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that the Sunset Staff is the item you need to give that assassin guy later as proof that you killed this guy. But you don't have to kill him. All you have to do is get the item, and it works the same. All right, to complete that guy's quest. And that assassin guy, by the way, also gives you a unique pyromancy. So you're going to have to go through all of his stuff to get that from him. But anyway, so I come back here and I respec again back to the way I want to play. Allot my points back into the stuff where I'm actually going to use them. And going for a lower level melee build, dual wielding build. So I'll be concentrating on endurance and adaptability and vigor. Pretty much my primary stats. I'm not sure what I want to do with vitality yet. I know you can't really ever go wrong with it. If nothing else, as long as you keep your vitality up there with endurance and adaptability and all that, your defense also, noticeably goes up. If you notice at the bottom right of my screen, okay, as long as you keep them relatively even, you'll see those stats go up. All right. Like I said, I'll leave vitality alone until equipment weight becomes a problem with my smelter demon stuff. Because that's what I'm pretty sure I'm going to be wearing. I'm going to try to find some cool combination that makes me look all beastly. And very cool. Very, very cool. Really? I think that'll work. I think that'll work. I'll probably wind up getting my vitality up to about 15 or so, honestly. But anyway, there I go. That's how I respect. And that's how... Now, those trainers will be unlocked for the rest of your game. Now that I've respect, I can still go back and deal with them. You just have to unlock them in the first place, and then they're good for you from that point forth. All right, guys? I hope this helps somebody. If nothing else, it's just for funs. All right? Y'all take it easy. Catch you on the next one. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. I put links to more Dark Souls in the top box, and for complete listings of all my videos, click on the bottom box. And to subscribe and join the Ninja Flip, smash on that button up top. You can also follow on Facebook and Twitter to get notified when new videos are up. The links are below in the artwork and in the About section. Y'all take care.